What is up, guys? Welcome back to the next episode of the Gran Turismo 4 series. Today we are going to be doing the Chamonix Rally and the Special Conditions races. Last episode we did of the first race of the FR Challenge in the S2000. Today we're going to be doing the Chamonix Rally with this GF or GC8 generation WRX STI Wagon. This is, of course, the rally car introduced during last week's or last episodes. I don't know why I said last week. I haven't decided yet what I'm even going to do for an upload schedule with this episode with the introduction to all my cars and stuff like that. So we're going to move straight to the Chamonix Rally. This is a rather intense track. Of course, it's very fun as well with a nice car like this. So this car is set up for snow racing. I've done a little bit of practice with it with the Whistler Rally races. So I'm curious to see how well this will do. We've got an Audi Quattro to go against. This track appears to be more of a rallycross type thing. We'll see how well this goes. I haven't driven on Chamonix in a long time, so from what I remember, I hated this track. So let's get right into it. A-Spec mode. I think that's the only way we can do special conditions. One criticism I will give Gran Turismo 4 is the boxer engines sound like horrible. That does not sound like a Super to me. Okay, we just blew right past him. Oh, goodness, coming in hot over that first hill. So I am probably going to wreck a lot more in this race because I haven't raced Chamonix in quite a while. And this car being on snow tires isn't really helping its case for getting traction. For those who don't remember, this car makes in the high 400 horsepower zone. So a lot of understeer and oversteer is kind of expected while we're on the tarmac section of Chamonix. Once we hit the snow section, which we appear to start to be doing now. Oh yeah, much better. Ooh, lots of wheel spin. A little bit understeer and oversteer going on there. So yeah, I expect to hit the walls a lot here because I'm not really good at the dirt racing stuff, and I really don't like the Chamonix as a track. Lots of rev limiter there. I am playing the game in manual transmission mode as well, just to kind of clarify. I don't think I actually mentioned it last time. That explains all the rev limiter, because usually Gran Turismo is very quick about changing gear if it hits rev limiter. So that's me. That's a banking limiter right now. Oh, okay. That was an alright turn. I still went up smacking the wall a little bit. A lot of rev limiter, but probably could drive a lot better if I didn't hit limiter quite so hard. Or for quite as long. Holy distortion there at the graphics. That's strange. Disadvantages of playing on a ROM, boys and girls. Just, you know. I personally would have gotten a capture card if I could find one for a PS2 or if I knew how to work capture cards, but I wound up just kind of going with what I knew I could work with, which is the emulator. Because I do, like I said, I own this game on an actual PS2 console. I just don't have the know-how to work a capture card, nor the capture card itself to work with, so lots of limiter though on that one. Go ahead and put it in the third. Oh, maybe shouldn't have done that and take the penalty there, which means I'm gonna have to deal with another one of the ROM glitches here. Alright, already on the second lap, lots of understeer into the first turn. Oh, goodness. Coming in hot. The brakes on this are really good, but the snow tires on pavement aren't quite the greatest. I have zero clue what the prize car for this. I usually only do certain special condition races because I want, certain prize cars, but I think I'd rather have fun with this and just do all of them for for video's sake, goodness gracious. Oh, slow down. I still want to hit in the wall, but not quite as hard as I would have. One thing about the Costa di Amalfi races, I hope that's how it's pronounced. I'm gonna sound like an idiot. The Legacy, which is what I usually race there, jumps the freaking jump little areas on the track rather aggressively, and much like how the S2000 got upset by one of the jumps in the last episode. The Legacy, goodness gracious, you hit the ground wrong in the Legacy, it sends it into a wall instantly. And Costa di Amalfi, it happens on both variants of that race, the forward and reverse versions of that track. Ooh, going in the fourth there. Chamonix isn't quite as bad as I remember. I remember Chamonix when I was younger as being this obnoxiously difficult track, like, you know, equivalent to like the Nürburgring, like for like snow racing, and it really isn't all that bad. It's definitely a bit more challenging than, say, like Swiss Alps or even Tahiti, but which is my favorite dirt track for those wondering. My favorite rally track in Gran Turismo is Tahiti. It's challenging, but I would say, you know, it's not as bad as I remember Chamonix being. I remember Chamonix being incredibly difficult. I'm just sliding all over the place, really. Like, I'm not even really trying to clip apexes or anything. I'm just kind of sliding. I kind of am like losing the fun factor though of like not, you know, using a lower powered car, because I just blew him out of the water. I blew that Audi Quattro away. But you know, I don't even think I used the nitrous that race. This car is equipped with I think 100 shot, and I didn't use it at all during that race. 5,000 more to the bank. Let's get to the next race. Where we will be competing on the reverse side of that track. So going backwards. So now we're racing a Celica 2000 GT4 from 1986. This probably is not going to fight or like keep up with me as well as the Audi Quattro did, which still wasn't that great because I'm broken, but still really don't like how the boxers sound in this game. And as stated, it just blew it away right at the beginning. But I said the same thing. I did the Whistler race with this car, and I had a hard time on the reverse variant with the little Lancer 1600 rally car they put me against in that with this car. Granted, that's not the Lancer, but it's keeping up surprisingly well going into these first few turns. Maybe I spoke too soon about the Celica. Maybe I was dogging the Celica too hard, because it is right up with me. It is keeping up surprisingly well. Oop, I'm bogged into that. It's really bad. In the second, we'll go ahead and slam into the third. I do wish I could get my actual G920 race wheel working with this. I'm pretty sure I could if I worked hard enough, but I don't have the know-how for that. I'm currently using a DualSense from a PS5, which has been my primary PC gaming controller for a while. I highly recommend it for those that either have a PS5 or, you know PlayStation controllers layouts better like I do. I used an Xbox One controller with this thing the longest time, and for most of the games I play on PC are fully compatible with a PS5 controller, outside of like the haptic triggers and stuff. Including the emulator I'm using. It's very compatible. I have Rumble and analog triggers. While because I don't believe the PS2 had analog triggers. I think it had more of a digital, like kind of like the Switch. The triggers are supported decently. I wouldn't say they are supported well. Like most of the full throttle I've been doing is the majority half throttle. On the brake side, it works great. Like that's like, well, I say that was like a half press there. The little throttle and brake bars. Oh, but you know, once you hit a certain point, like maybe about a quarter and some change of the trigger distance, it just goes straight to full throttle. A little bit of a graphic distortion there as well. Ooh, a little understeer. I forgot how much this car really does not like the tarmac sections of Chamonix. Even though I just did the forward race. So much understeer. A little bit oversteer. Alright, we are straightened out. Getting ready to start the final lap here. Once this car gets some room to get rolling... Oh, and the penalty. There we go. Once this car gets room to roll, it pulls away. But that Celica is right on my tail. I don't know if I'm taking the race slower than I did the last time or what. Because that Celica is on me. Or maybe I did use the nitrous last race and I just don't remember. Oh, that was a little bit of a sketchy little slide there. Trying not to hang on the limiter too much this time around. This track is quite a bit more challenging in reverse than it was going forward. I think maybe this is why I hated Chamonix so much, is because the reverse of this track is surprisingly more difficult for some reason. I can't place why, and it really shouldn't be that much harder. Oh, came in there with quite a slide. We're getting ready to make the transition back to asphalt, so I got to be a little careful. Well, maybe not. Maybe the next bridge I cross. Limiter. There's the transition there. Ooh. Coming in hot here. Into the tunnel. Into third. Getting ready for a lot of understeer. We get quite a bit of understeer coming into that turn there. A little too long on limiter there. Now we've blown away from that Celica a little bit. I was a little concerned for a minute there. I was like, the Celica's keeping up really well. Oh no. It's about a near spin out there. And a little bit of nitrous doesn't hurt. Whee! And across the line. And wall. That was sketchy a little bit, that last race there. I finished it almost a minute slower than I did the forward runs, I think. It was fun, though. I mean, that was, the Celica kept up a lot better that time than the Audi did in the first race. It took until it didn't take me very long to blow away the Audi in the first race, but that time around the Celica put up a little bit better of a fight. I am curious to see the intermediate difficulty, how they crank up the difficulty against this car, and see how hard it actually makes it. I may have to do that at some point. What's the prize car for this? I don't remember it off the top of my head. So let's see what the Chamonix prize car is. What we got here? The FX45, okay. So I remember these cars when they first came out. The concept literally looks like the production car to me. I don't see any difference, really. Of course, this game came out in like 2004, 2005. So, I mean, the FX45 was out for quite a while. Now it has, at least, especially this generation, the first generation of the FX45. But wasn't really sure I was expecting to see that, though. I was kind of expecting to get something more like the like any of the trucks, or like I think the Lancer Super Rally car is one of the prizes. I don't think it's for the easy difficulty, though. But we still have the George V Rally to do. The Swiss Alps, the Tahiti Tour, which is probably going to be the one that I am most excited for because I love that track. We have the Tsukuba Wet Race, which is probably where the legacy is going to come into its own, being all-wheel drive. Then we have the Yosemite Rallies, which I think will be a blast. Of course, we have the Umbria stuff and the Capri stuff again, which these two, of course, are the more aggressive road courses, which are probably, I feel like these will probably put the legacy to the test. Might have to actually start using the CN for this, like it's technically intended if you want to make money fast in this game. Of course, I don't have an IB license yet, so I got some work to do on that front. Of course, if I really wanted to push myself, I get that IA license, and we'd be out here straight chilling with these hard races. My plan is eventually to do all the special conditions events. Eventually, I want to do all the main racing events. You know, all the beginner cup events, which I don't think I have too much left. I think I have, like, to finish the FR challenge, I have to go back and finish the FF challenge from where the Turbo Civic was just dying. I have to do the MR as well as the K Cup, the K cars. So I need to get a hold of a K car of some sort. I may try to find, like, a classic Mini. I think that'd be a very fun car to bring into this, or the Alto. I do love the Alto Works. So really, the MR challenge, I'll probably use the CN for because that's my only MR car. I may just buy another MR car to make it more fair. I think that's what we'll do now. I think we'll go ahead and buy an MR car just to kind of make things a bit more fair. Let's see, what era should I go? Let's go historic and see what we can find. Let's see. Would be a good way to close this video. 300 ZX31. My dad used to actually have one of those. FCRX7, obviously not mid-engine. The MR2 might be okay, but I think it's just not going to have enough horsepower. I think we need something a bit more powerful. Volvo 240, that's not mid-engined. Not really a lot to pick from the mid-engine department, from the historical side. I mean, we have the MR2, but I think I'd rather do something like an NSX if I'm going to do that. And I'm probably going to keep this one mostly stock. Maybe do suspension modifications or something. Let's see. We got another MR2. This one was probably a bit more of a better... We got a Supra. My controllers died. Huh. Okay, well, I guess that's my cue to just end the video here. I hope you all enjoyed. We'll do more of these Gran Turismo videos coming soon. I really have a lot of fun doing these. It's my favorite game I played as a kid, so we'll probably do a video with the Supra at some point. And because I'm probably about to buy one. It's my dream car, so definitely about to buy a Supra. And then, of course, we'll do the MR stuff once we get back. So hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys.